Hello, everyone. I'm here again. Today, I just want to ask you, what voice are you hearing? Are you hearing the voice of your father? Jesus told us that a good shepherd, the sheep, they hear his voice. And a good example is in the book of John. If you read verse 10, 3 and 4, Jesus said he is the doorkeeper. And when he opens the door to his sheep, the sheep, they hear his voice. The sheep represent us. What voice are you hearing? Are you hearing the voice of Jesus? Now, if you look at the Jewish custom, all of the headsmen, they call them the shepherds. In the evening, they go and put their sheep together in one pan. All of the sheep, they come together, they put it in one pan. In the morning, they go and the sheep, they hear the voice of the owner, a particular shepherd we call, and his own sheep. Among all of the sheep, we follow him. And that is how they take all their sheep and they go and feed them. So that's to tell you, even among the midst of all the voices you're hearing, you can identify the voice of God. You can identify the voice of God. And one way to identify the voice of God is through study of his scripture. Through study of the scripture. If you're willing, as you study the scripture, if you ask, God is willing to speak to you through scriptures. Another way that the Lord speaks to his children is through prayer. When you pray, because you study his ways, and as you pray, God will make himself known to you. If a final one, but not the least, one other way you can hear the voice of God is through messages taught by other preachers, taught by other people. As you're listening to me now, God could speak to you through this platform, through this message. If you go to the market, and you're going to buy things, and you are in the midst of the crowd, and your mother or your father sights you and shouts your name, you know the voice of your mother or your father. You will hear, and you alone will turn back to know that that's your mother calling. That's how Jesus is with his children. If you go close to him, if you study his ways, when he calls, you will know that he's speaking to you. Jesus said he is the door. He is the door. He is the door.